What's up, y'all? It's your boy Tay Day back again with another video. Today, I want to go ahead and talk to you guys about me, where I'm at, and what I've done so far to get where I'm at now. First things first, what made me want to go into transportation anyway? Well, the first thing that came to my mind is that I wanted to make money. I'm 32 years old. I wanted to make money, and my efforts to making money has been short of what a lot of Americans may feel has been overshadowed. So I did what any logical person would do, reflect on myself. So what I did is I thought about, okay, I've won awards, 3 different awards in 1 year from companies that were unwilling to give me a raise because the company couldn't afford it. I've achieved higher standards in another company working for them where I'm blowing their production numbers out of the water, and they still come to me and say, well, we don't have any available promotion seats at this time, but continue doing your work. Now, this is when you work for a company longer than a year or longer than 2 years, and they still haven't gave you anything but merit raises, no actual promotions. And whenever that came to sort, I'm thinking about how many hours am I putting in on this company? How much work am I doing for this company? I'm putting in 8 to 10 hours for whichever company I was working for over the last few years. And so I just did a little digging. I started to dig, and I was doing some Amazon Flex, and I was doing some Uber Eats, and I'm like, you know what? I'm calculating this time. I'm like, you know what? Uber Eats, I can make probably 20-something dollars an hour. And at the time, I wasn't even making 20-something dollars an hour. I'm in Oklahoma, so it's a lot lower as far as like the pay rates. So you just kind of got to look at where you were at for what type of jobs and how much you'd be making. But I wasn't even making $20 an hour. But if I do Uber Eats, I can make 20-some dollars an hour. If I do Amazon, they only pay you $19 to $25 in that range an hour, but you finish before the time blocks that they give you every time. That's a different story for a different time. So I did that as well. So after I'm looking at this, and I'm like, man, Amazon, I'm really making like 30-something dollars an hour every time that I go do a run for them. And then I'm also making $1,000, $2,000 running 3 to 5 times a week, just 3 hours of my day. And with my job, the current job allowed me to work from home, and I was able to finish because I'm production based. It allowed me to finish in half the time than I actually needed. Like, I got 8 hours, but I finished 4 hours, and my job isn't like my manager's not micromanaging, nothing like that. It's really like a self-producing job. So I'm like, let me maximize my time. So I started picking up shifts and doing work, and I've learned, like, okay, look, I'm making extra 60 to 90 something dollars a day. Now that boosts me up. I was only making maybe $177 after about $177. Now it boosts me up to making, on those days I was working on the weekday, I'm like, okay, I can do this on the weekdays. Now I'm making over 200 something dollars. Now I'm making over 1,000 something dollars a week. Now I'm increasing my income, right? So I'm like, man, you know what? This is nice. So the last thing I did was say, you know what? F it. Let me see if there's some other apps I can get into. And so I started finding these other apps where I can make if I had a bigger vehicle, I can make more money. So I'm looking into it, and I come across pickup trucks. I'm looking at pickup trucks for months. And I've been doing it for about 3-4 months by this time. I'm looking at pickup trucks for months. I'm just looking at them. I'm like, man, yeah, I want a good one, but I want this, I want that. And it turns out I just want a little bit more luxury feel in my pickup truck because my girl loves a truck. I love trucks. And so I want to really have that pickup truck a little bit more for personal use than to get it all dirty and possibly dent it up or any other things going on with it and run up the mileage on it. because that's just who I am. So instead of getting a pickup truck, I got this baby. Last but not least, the rest becomes history. I started to sign up for multiple apps, which I'll get into later. And with the cargo van, some of these, the average earnings is over $100 an hour. And you get into multiple apps. You sign up as with as many. There's over 50 apps, depending on where you're at. There's over than 50 apps that are available to you, and just where you download the app, fill out the information, sign up, and you start picking up orders. You start taking immediate orders or even future orders. I've even picked up things where I've made from apps where I've made over $265 in deliveries and doing courier business. So you can make that, and I did 2 of those in 1 week. So that's over $500 there. You know what I'm saying? So you want to, if you really looking to make extra cash, it's a great idea. If you have the extra funds to do it, to accelerate your business, then by all means do it. But you can make money, make extra money right now, where you never have to touch your check. You can use this extra money to buy yourself a nice trip. That way you can go on trips every at least 2 trips every summer, depending on where you're going. You can save money for a few months till you can take you and your partner out of country. You can save that money. It just takes that time and preparation for you to be able to be disciplined. And that's what I wanted to give my fiance more, and I want to give our life. I want to elevate our life even more. So I ended up in the trucking business, and now I've signed contracts with companies, and I'll get a little bit more into that as well later, and more specific details. And there's one company that I specifically want to talk about. It was the first company that I got with, and that was for general freight. But until then, make sure if you haven't yet, make sure you like this video. Make sure you subscribe, because you want to hear more. You want to know more. And if you live in the Midwest, or if you're looking or have been interested in this, please follow this right now. Follow me. I'm going to give you game. I'm going to help you out. I'm going to give you all the little tips. And make sure you pop your questions in the chat, okay? Comment down below so I can go ahead and answer those questions for you. Like, subscribe, and holla at your boy Tay Day later. Peace.